But in general, start with webhooks. Make sure that you can have a really solid way of saying, hey, when someone books a call, it goes here. When someone completes the invoice, it goes there. And you're just gonna wanna make really, really sure is that you use the identify correctly on the front end of the web so that every single time that email address does something in your CRM, it is tied back to that web analytics person, and that is tied to the entire person profile inside of PostHog. So you want to integrate your CRM into PostHog. You've thought about it, you know you should. Why are you going to do that? Today, we're going to run through a couple scenarios on how to do it. I'll show you our PostHog implementation at Vision Labs, how we've integrated the CRM directly into PostHog, and then what you might be thinking about along the way, depending on what size and scale you are currently at. If you're new here, my name is JJ Reynolds, founder at Vision Labs, where we implement product, marketing, and every type of analytics and reporting you could possibly imagine across businesses doing anywhere from 1 million to hundreds of millions of dollars in ARR. So let's talk about PostHog. This is my general diagram on what it does and how it works. I'm sure PostHog themselves will have a different level of type of things, but here we are exactly what I'd say. We have web data, we have product data, and we have sales data. These are the types of data that are usually ingested into PostHog. Web, where they're navigating on the site. Product is your actual product. And what I would say is every type of product analytics event has an email address associated with it. That's how I would kind of discern that. And then sales data, which is going to be from your CRM. So this might be when you book a call, when you have a CS team integration. Those are the types of things I would think about, is how do you integrate those people of those one-to-one relationships into your PostHog account. The question you're going to ask yourself is, why are we even doing this or talking about this? And that's a great question. I would say there are two major. We have the idea of sending this data to ad platforms. We also have the concept of integrating into some sort of reporting. Us at Vision Labs, we actually have all of our lead data and all of our sales data that funnels back into PostHog so that our marketing director can go in there and look and say, hey, how's our pipeline doing? How many people are moving in here? Where are they coming from? Are they viewing our content on PostHog or on other types of tools? What should we be doubling down on, and how do we know those things? And in order to do that, the biggest thing I really want to show here is we have to do identify. This is the biggest problem I see in almost every PostHog implementation our team does, is when we first onboard you, we say, how are you doing this? And it's completely wrong. You're not doing this right. And this is the problem, is this is how you are going to tie all of these pieces of events together, is using the identify and the alias types of functions inside of PostHog. On this video, I'm not going to show exactly how to tool this, but I just wanted to give you that little nugget there in case you're like, why does mine not look like JJ's and Vision Labs? And that is going to be the reason why. The second thing is around ad platforms, right? I really want to emphasize that if you are using PostHog as a CDP, you've cut out Segment, you've cut out all your other tools, you are using this to send data to your ad platforms, you must make sure you are sending the right data. And your sales data will not have the web data. So for example, say you have an invoice sent, and that comes from your sales team. Well, you might not have the Facebook click ID that you need to send that data back to Meta to optimize your ads. The same thing goes for when you have your product data. Sales data is oftentimes more or less that happens a lot. A quick interruption: if you are looking to have your PostHog implementation done professionally and based off of your strategies, go to visionlabs.com/contact, fill out a form, say, hey, our team does this every single day. We're going to save your dev hundreds of hours. We're going to save your marketing team a lot of chaos, and we're going to save your product team even more wasted time. Get it done right. visionlabs.com/contact. Let me show you a quick example of this. So we are right now inside of the Vision Labs PostHog account. We have ours integrated into our CRM, which is high level for if you're following along. And again, we are not a software company, so it's a little bit different here. I'm gonna have more examples in the future that of companies that have onboarded with us that will let me show their data. So here is an example of this. On the left side, we have the person, just for the sake of simplicity. These are what email addresses that have been sent. We then have the concept of lead here, which is when someone has submitted a form that is not a booking a call funnel. It doesn't happen too often, but you'll see here down the bottom, we'll have more of those leads and less of the booked calls and things like that. We then have the idea of people who booked calls, submitted an application, follow up, and then the total events those users have triggered. For the sake of this example, I've excluded all web analytics. These are only events coming in from our CRM. This is a really easy way for our team to be able to analyze this, because what we can do is we can take this same SQL and use a different dimension. So we've actually said, hey, here's the person person email, we could actually break this down by week of submission or week of contact created or week of the actual booked call submitted. All of these are different buy questions that we can ask. And so to this point, right, we are fueling the reporting from the actual CRM and our sales data. The next thing you're gonna wanna look at is ad platform data. So let me show you inside of this how you would know if this is working. I'm gonna hop into the activities here, and we're just gonna look for a single event that I know is possible. Again, some of our persons are gonna be blurred here. This is our PostHog feed here of the activities. I'm gonna hop in here, we're gonna look for the booked call event. Or actually, let's look for the lead event, just a straight lead. And I'm gonna put this in here and let's just see if we can find someone in the last couple of hours. All right, so we have this person here. You won't see them, but it's blurred, but they're a person. What you can do is you can open this up and you will see all of the data on them. If you have an FBCLID ID, that is where you're going to want to look for. So you're going to say, hey, what type of metadata do we have? What is here? And then what person properties exist? In here, this looks like this person doesn't have it. You would want a Facebook click ID. It is extremely helpful. It is extremely useful to have that click ID in there. And I'll just find another person. Give me 1 second. So I'm just going to look for anybody who does have a Facebook click ID. So here we are going to look just for anyone here who has a Facebook click ID that is set. And here is a person, right? They are on our PostHog funnel, funny enough. And here you can see their Facebook click ID in the actual URL. But if we hop in down here, you can look at the properties. You'll see the current URL, which is the last one, the refer of Facebook. And then they were on the mobile and they came in all these pieces. And if we look down all the way forward, FBCLID, and you will see the entry click ID. So just to recap that, this might be a little bit, follow me along there, is that this click ID right here is what Facebook uses to send data back to Meta. If you don't have that, if this person right here, they never submitted a form or anything like that, but if they went in and submitted a form on our website and like in this example, they wanted a PostHog audit and then enablement call, they would have submitted that form that we would have sent to Meta. And then we would have taken that event from Meta and we would have moved it down the line. So this click ID would have been sent, they booked a call, they had a follow-up. And if they had signed a deal and an invoice, we would have sent that as well to Meta so that we know, hey, our ads are ROI positive. The other way that you're going to really want to do this is you're going to use the cohort function inside of PostHog. It is extremely helpful if you have sales data. So you have like a sales call on your software or you have some sort of onboarding call, is you can then use those cohorts to say, hey, people who booked a call, they are worth 10 times more over 90 days. You only can do that if you know if someone booked a call, and that is oftentimes tied to your CRM. So that is going to be where, hey, we are now reporting on this better because we have our CRM installed. Same thing goes for ad platforms. Is you're going to say, hey, we now have this click ID to pass all the way through to the end. The last thing I want to touch on is how you can do this. Okay, there's two main ways that I'd suggest doing this. Is you come down here and you basically say, hey, from your CRM, we're going to have two ways. We're going to have webhooks. Okay, we are also going to have some sort of direct integration. Those are my suggestions out of the gate, is that you do it that way. There is the other option of if you do have some sort of database, right? So you could pull in something from BigQuery and then pull it in there. But in general, start with webhooks. Make sure that you can have a really solid way of saying, hey, when someone books a call, it goes here. When someone completes the invoice, it goes there. And you're just going to want to make really, really sure is that you use the identify correctly on the front end of the web so that every single time that that email address does something in your CRM, it is tied back to that web analytics person, and that is tied to the entire person profile inside of PostHog.